Hello, this is Martha from the New Haven Public Library. Welcome to my program on how to grow borax crystals. This is what you'll need: 2 pipe cleaners or some string, 2 pencils, borax, which is the cleaning product found in grocery stores, a measuring tablespoon, a large bowl, some ice, 2 glasses or jars about the same size, and a cooking pot or tea kettle. First, we'll prepare the setup. Take your string or pipe cleaner and wrap one end around a pencil. Rest it on the edge of your glass and cut it so that the string or pipe cleaner is about 1/2 inch from the bottom of the jar. Pipe cleaners are easier because they won't float. If you have string and it floats, you can tie it to something like a paper clip to weigh it down. Next, prepare your ice bath by adding some water to your large bowl and then pouring in some ice. The water should not overflow when you add one of your jars to the bowl, so adjust the water level as necessary. Next, get your borax ready. If you have gloves, use them to handle the borax. Borax can cause a skin reaction, an itchy skin reaction, so it's best not to touch it. Now boil your water. You'll want to be able to fill your glasses about 3/4 of the way full, so boil enough water to make that possible. Ask an adult for help with this step. Pour the water into your jars and then add the borax. The basic ratio is 1 part borax to 4 parts of water. So if you're pouring 2 cups of hot water into each jar, you'll add about 1/2 cup of borax. You'll want to keep adding and stirring until the borax is completely dissolved and you've added as much borax as you can, and it will still dissolve. This is called a saturated solution. We'll talk more about that later. Now put 1 jar into the ice bath. Add the pencil with a string to each jar. Now your setup is ready. You may need to change out the ice in the ice bath a couple of times over the next hour. You want to cool the solution down quickly. After about an hour, you can put the jar that was in the ice bath into the refrigerator and get rid of the bowl of ice. So you now have 1 jar in the refrigerator and 1 at room temperature. Now what you need to just do is leave both of those jars alone for about a day. After a day, you can check them, but do not disturb the jars. Keep watching, keep waiting. After a while, when you come back, you will find lovely crystals growing on the pipe cleaners. Most probably, the crystals that were grown at room temperature will be larger than the crystals grown in the refrigerator, which should be smaller. So what happened? When you added the borax, a type of salt, to the hot water, you made a supersaturated solution. There was so much salt in the water that it couldn't hold any more. Crystals form when a supersaturated solution cools and the water begins to evaporate. The molecules in the salt left behind reform into new geometric shapes called crystals. They will begin to attach to any impurities in the water. This is why they cling to the string or pipe cleaner. The solution at room temperature cooled more slowly than the one in the ice bath and refrigerator, so the crystals grew more slowly and grew larger. You can also try this with other solids. A supersaturated solution of sugar water will make rock candy. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you at the New Haven Free Public Library.